She's got it on me now.
Yeah.
The energy has to be, you have to be able to identify when he makes the error early, okay? So he's gonna be walking and he's gonna be, hopefully, you'll see him calm in here. We'll get him calm before we leave. It's not gonna be too hard to do. I mean, we'll get the e-call and everything if we can't get it. But then what happens is, eventually, and I'll point it out to you, there'll be something in the environment that just brings a spike in energy. And that spike in energy is no coincidence. It takes energy to load, to be aggressive, to run, to bark, to lunge. So as soon as he sees something that he feels like he needs to be defensive towards, the energy rises. Now, this is the tricky part. And this is what dogs can understand this, but you gotta teach them it's separate than this incident that we're about to go into, because it's gonna be the big one, right? He needs to understand that I'm correcting you right now, not because how you feel about that dog, because your energy is getting inappropriate around me, right? You're starting to raise in a very dominant way. And I just looked around the environment and I see no reason for it. So me as a leader, I'm going to tell you that's wrong. Shh. I made my noise, it's like you didn't even hear it, right?
Yeah.
Bam, physical. And then after that, follow through, relax. Getting in between him and the thing, go. Go, what are you doing? Sorry about that, Dotson, go.
Yeah.
Just very animal-like, you know, it
Right,
doesn't
yeah.
look like training, it's just like, but he gets it, right? And if you're trying to get around you and look, it's like,
Yeah.
knock it off, right?
Yeah.
Like this is the mentality. You don't have to say it like that.
Right.
But just saying, knock it off, go. Ideally, I'd even go over to that doctor and be like, how you doing, honey? Don't you even think about it. How you
Yeah.
doing, sweetheart? All right, let's go.
Yeah.
And just dealing with it like that over and over again. You're telling him this has to go through the, you know, everywhere in life where you see the energy go up and you don't like it. You have to learn to disagree with it just to know you can.
Yeah.
Just to know you can. And the thing about control, which I said before, if you want control, you have to practice it.
All the way. Like it,
Yeah, you have to bring it-
measures.
After the correction, you have to bring them to a calm space. That's the hardest part, that follow
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
So you correct and you bring him back to a calm space. Now, where it fell apart, where you said you had like a nice month when he came back, and then it started to like, oh, the anxieties, the running's back, everything's being amped up. What happens is, if you correct on our system, it usually brings the dog to a calmer space. So we don't have to explain the follow through as much, but the idea is that they go calm after each correction. What happens is that people correct their dog, the dog gets the correction, stays kind of where they are in energy or higher,
Yeah.
and then they give a command. Okay, stay with me. Now the association to that command is, if you keep doing this, is slowly changing to one of anxiety. Because how I feel when you say the word is how I feel at later on when you say it. So then we get ourselves in a trap where the command has these elements in it, right?
Right.
So it has to be. It's the worst thing to do in suburbia, though, or even in the city. It's like we have to stop what we're doing. This is what the dogs would do. We have to stop what we're doing and deal with the situation.
Yeah.
Like it's a thing, you know. And I mean, I've been on my knees in the middle of the street. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
That's
not
why we
telling you to
moved.
do it. I'm just saying this is what dogs do. And then we stop what we're doing. We deal with him, and there's energy, and nothing else is going on. And he gets it, and he knows that you're going to do that at any time, even in the store. And he doesn't make you do it anymore.
Right.
That's how I live. That's just how I do it,
Yeah.
and it works for me. So I want to show you with him to identify where the mind goes when it gets inappropriate. I'll say, oh, right there, you see that?
Yeah.
And then correct and bring it back down. You might be surprised at what's actually okay. You might be surprised that like he might be making some choices that I think is okay. That you're like, well, is he supposed to be doing that?
Yeah.
Right? Because if he has good intention, if his intentions aren't bad, and he's kind of looking with some curiosity, that's good.
Yeah.
Because we're teaching him how to react to the world. This is actually a really exciting time for you guys, because you got all the training.
Yeah.
You get to turn him into the shepherd that you want. He can do that. He's a good guy. He's not like